So the Birds of Prey movie that nobody wanted just turned a major villain that a lot of people really like completely gay for no apparent reason. But hey, Warner Brothers, right? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. Also want to do a big shout out thank to everybody for helping me get over that milestone of 21,000 subscribers. So now we're onward to 22,000, which is probably going to take another 6 months. Big topic here today is Black Mask is gay. Warner Brothers has turned Black Mask gay. Not DC Comics, Warner Brothers, the DCEU. Many of you guys have been messaging me for the past couple days saying, hey Rob, can you talk about how Birds of Prey is turning Black Mask gay? I was like, well, is this just rumor? What's going on? And I started looking it up and more people start talking about this. Now, my initial opinion on making a character gay is much like race bending, right? Now we recently went through the same thing with Little Mermaid and making Ariel black. Well, my question is, does it change who the character is? Is her being white substantial to that character? You know, like you can't do like a Martin Luther King movie and cast Ryan Reynolds because Martin Luther King has to be black as part of his character. So being white has nothing to do with Ariel's character, much like what they did with Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin and Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm. Doesn't change who that character is. Doesn't matter what race they are. I feel the same way about homosexuality or, changing sexual preferences of character. Doesn't really bother me as long as it doesn't change who that character is. Now, with that said, why they do this, I don't know. Why are they turning Black Mask gay now? Why? So I have more problems with this whole story, more than just him being gay now. I don't care. Like they turned Sulu gay in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, right? Like in the last Star Trek movie, it was just very subtle. His husband came up and they just kind of, put their arms around each other and walked off. It wasn't a major plot point. It was like, oh, Sulu's gay, okay. Oh, Valkyrie's bisexual, okay. Newsflash, Wonder Woman's bisexual too. It's just they don't go out and they hit you over the head with it, going, gay, gay, gay. That is the problem. And once again, I am not homosexual, I'm not bisexual, so I can't talk from another perspective, right? I would love to get perspective for someone who's watching this who is either homosexual or bisexual. I would love to get your opinion on this because I'm just speaking as a straight guy here, and I really do not care. But when it becomes a strong central point to the story is when I kind of have a problem. Now, if Black Mask, played by Hugh McGregor, just had like a little, maybe like a little flirtation or a wink to a male character, okay, he's gay. Who cares, right? Let's move on with the story. But when the plot of this thing gets leaked, and the essential plot is that Cassie Cain, Cassandra Cain, has a diamond that she swallows, and inside the diamond are like pictures of Black Mask, doing stuff with another guy, and Black Mask is trying to hunt her down so he can cut it out of her stomach. When the whole purpose of the plot is for this character who's already been established and is a fan favorite. Black Mask is a fan favorite to Batman fans. And then you change his sexual preference and turn him into a gay character, and then take that and make it the core plot of the movie, then you kind of get into territory where I'm like, why? Why, Warner Brothers? Why are you doing this? And at what point do you think this is a good idea? And not only that, you take Victor Zsasz, like this assassin, this insane assassin, right? Regardless of what I feel about Gotham, I thought he was portrayed very well in Gotham. You take this character who's this insane serial killer, and you're making him sort of a love interest with Black Mask. Like there's like what? What's going on? Like I said, I do not care if it doesn't change who the character is at its core. I don't care if you make Ariel black or Kingpin black or I just do not care at this point. We are in 2019. This thing is happening. We know there's a Me Too movement. I do not care. Honestly, as long as the story is good and it doesn't change the fundamental characteristics of that character. But when you have a Birds of Prey movie that is insane to even have a Birds of Prey movie in the first place, especially without Batgirl involved, then you're taking Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad, instead of putting her in Gotham City Sirens, you're putting her into a Birds of Prey movie, taking out Batgirl. Then you take a fan favorite like Victor Zsasz and Black Mask, and you completely change them. At what point do you look at this movie like, is this movie even a good idea? Could this movie still be good? Yes, but it completely alienates the source material. And again, as a straight man, I can't talk about whether this is good or bad. And as a fan who's not a hardcore fan of Black Mask, it doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, I can still go see this movie and enjoy the movie. But if you're a fan of Black Mask and you love that character, how do you feel about it? Because I know there was a lot of backlash when Brian Michael Bendis turned Bobby in the comic books gay, turned Iceman gay. Me personally, I don't care, but I wasn't a major fan of Bobby. I don't care. Now, maybe if they turn Peter Parker gay, then maybe I'll be like, well, what's going on? But Gwen, Mary Jane, what happened now? You know, but it's different for me because it's a different fandom. If you're a hardcore Black Mask fan, does it bother you? If you're someone who's bisexual or homosexual, does it bother you that they're taking this character and using that as a major plot point? I'm just curious. I'm actually asking more questions than I'm giving you my input on the very topic that I'm talking about. But I'm curious. I'm wondering what the motivation was behind Warner Brothers to do this. I honestly don't know. With all the backlash they've been getting, they've really been moving to a positive light. And now it's like they're taking 5 steps back again. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about Birds of Prey turning Black Mask gay, and how do you feel about it being the major plot point within the movie? Be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below, and until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.